haven't caught him yet. Hey, guy.
It's George Jr.
You're cute. You gonna let me grab you? Hey. No?
Well, that's my catch. You be somebody's dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Look how quick you are.
Nice. That's how that's done.
I'm at a bridal show today because I was asked to provide some technical support for a friend of mine who is actually organizing it. So I'm sitting here in the workshop room prepping to provide computer support, hookups to the presentation screen and projector for any of the people attending this bridal show. So that's going to be in my next couple of hours.
Bridal show.
So there's a guy that is the janitor here, and he has guitars here. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play some guitar. So, I took this love and I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in my snow-covered hills where the landslide brought me down. Mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of my life? So I'm here at 𝙒𝘼𝙔𝙎, which is an herb and kind of wellness store here in the markets of Hanover. And just look at all these. I mean, it's just a plethora of all kinds of goodies. So I'm really excited about this place. I'm actually gonna leave here with some elderberries, and I'm thinking about getting some hibiscus. And she makes teas, like custom teas and stuff. So I'm really excited about the teas because I like this Think Well tea to help me continue all the projects that I do. So contact information, her email, or if you just want to check out all the stuff she's got on Facebook, that would be awesome.
I'm looking at the screen.
Oh, okay. Do you want to wear a hat or anything? Or are you okay with your bald head?
I'm fine.
So welcome to Kettle Farms. I'm Crystal.
I'm Donald.
And we're going to ask 10 questions that we're also going to answer, but we're going to ask 7 other homesteaders to answer as well as kind of a challenge. So we are cuddled up here in the wood stove heat, and it feels amazing right now. So question number 1, what got you into homesteading? So I guess
you.
For me, I think being a 5th generation farmer, it was kind of ingrained in our family. Like my grandfather was a beef, cattle, and potato farmer in Maryland, and my dad was just a small homesteader type farmer. And then Donald, I guess you grew up in like
City folk,
Texas. So did you guys ever? Your grandparents were farmers, though, right?
Yeah, but we never did anything with that.
Yeah, your mom never did farming.
Yeah, my great grandparents on my mother's father's side.
Yeah.
Everybody else was city folk.
Now, did you ever raise the Texas Longhorns, though, like your grandparents?
No.
Oh. Oh.
My grandparents didn't do that either.
What did they raise?
They didn't raise anything. They just had a little small
Garden,
and then they leased out their farm.
Now, how can you be from Texas and not raise cattle?
We're from Northeast Texas.
They don't have cattle in Northeast Texas.
Well, they have cattle, but they don't.
No.
Cattle is like central to Northwest Texas.
Oh, okay. Things you learn. Question number 2. What is something you want to add to your homestead in 2020? I think the biggest one that you and I have talked about is bees.
Bees. Yeah.
We want bees. I was actually at a show today. There's a local meadery that sells honey, and I just got the information on their bee classes in January. So we're going to do them together, right? And then are we getting 1 or 2 colony? What are they called? I don't even know.
I figure we would just do
Hives.
1 to start.
1. So we're going to do 1 hive this year. That's our big thing.
Next year.
Well, it's almost 2020. But yes.
But it's not.
But it's close.
But it's not.
Are we adding anything else, you think?
I'm going off of advice from the other homesteaders. And the advice is add 1 thing.
1 thing.
Each year. Don't add multiple. Add 1. That way it doesn't overwhelm.
Makes sense. I mean, we eventually want to add pigs, but I don't think that's going to be next year at all.
Yeah. So our goal, our focus is the bees.
Bees. So bees, 2020. We're excited about that. All right. What is the most difficult lesson you've had to learn so far while homesteading?
Can I go first?
Yes.
Have shelter before you buy an animal.
Yes. We did that with the goats.
Yep.
I was literally in my dress clothes. I had a white shirt on and like a vest and nice jeans. And I had come out of like a business meeting or something. And Donald's like, I bought a surprise for you. Let's go pick it up. And I'm thinking it's like an item. And then we get closer and his GPS goes off and says, you're about to enter something dog kennels. So I'm thinking we're getting a dog, which I didn't want to do because we already had a dog and they need to be like introduced. And then we stroll up and I see all these goats and I've wanted goats forever. So we had no blankets in the back of the truck. We had no supplies and we brought home 2 goats.
It was a quick deal that I saw that I couldn't pass up. They were the price.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta go get them.
Yeah. So we hooked up an outdoor umbrella and we got some hay from TSC and we put 3 pallets together and put plastic over it, and that's all we had available. But I would say it was worth it though.
It was worth it. I just said that to me would be another advice is don't buy animals before you have it ready. That was the biggest thing, biggest hurdle for me.
Yeah. So I would say for me, the biggest lesson was knowing how to take care of the animals you have for the medical emergencies. When we had the goats originally, I guess it's been a year now, one of them got listeriosis and we were wholly unprepared for it. Had no idea what to expect, didn't know what it was. And I mean, he died within
5 days.
5 days. And it was so devastating for me. So making sure that I'm read up on the medical necessities of taking care of animals, I think anything new we introduce. And I'm even still uber paranoid about goats. It seems like they get so sick so quick that I'm just scared all the time. If they cough, I'm like freaking out and crying or something. And I can't help it because they're so cute and I don't want them to die. I can't do that again. So, number 4, what is your favorite chore on the homestead? I'll go first. My favorite chore is feeding the goats. Even just walking outside the first thing in the morning and the goats run down and they start like flipping their heads around and they're like, meh. That's my favorite chore. Absolutely love it. What about you?
I'd say mine is turning the compost.
I would think yours would be feeding the chickens because they follow you like you're the Pied Piper.
That's why I like turning the compost.
Yeah.
Because they're all around me. And then while I'm turning, 2 or 3 of them will peck my leg.
Yes.
To get me to turn around and look at them.
Yes.
And so then I had to pick them up.
And hold them. And love them.
And love them.
And
caress them.
And when he's trying to flip the compost pile with the pitchfork, they'll like stand on the pitchfork and they won't move. I think that's cute. Number 5, your favorite thing to grow. Mine, but we've only done it once, is sweet potatoes because I just love to eat them. That's like if for my favorite food. For the easiest thing to grow, I would say herbs. Well, like thyme is so easy to grow.
The question wasn't what is the easiest thing to grow. The question is what is your favorite thing to grow.
I wrote these questions. I can interpret them the way I want.
He wrote them. You followed them.
So, favorite thing to grow, that I like to eat is sweet potatoes. Favorite thing to grow that's easy.
That's not what the question was.
I love tomatoes too.
Tomatoes are my favorite thing to grow.
Yeah. Well, you love the smell of just the plant.
I love the smell of the plant.
Yeah.
But that's my favorite thing to grow.
Yeah.
Because I'm answering the question.
Moving on. So number 6. What do you love most about the homesteading community?
That it's more like a family.
It is. It's a lot like a family. We met a lot of homesteaders since HOA last month, which surprisingly, we've gained a lot of friends very quickly through that. But getting into the community and just seeing other people doing the same things we're doing, learning the same things, sharing knowledge, and supporting each other. The community, yeah, I would say the community is my favorite thing.
Yeah, what you said.
Ditto. Number 7, your favorite meal that you make. That's not a good question for you because you don't make many meals.
I'm gonna say chicken tikka masala.
He did make that once. It was Valentine's it was like our first year together, 2013-14.
Don't judge me.
But it was literally the best tikka masala I've ever had.
Best meal ever.
He hasn't made it since though.
I can't find the recipe that I use.
Find another one.
And I'm not gonna find another one because that one is gonna be less than the first one. And then you're gonna judge the crap out of me for the rest of my life off of that scenario. So no, I'm not gonna make another one. I'm gonna find the original recipe first and then make it.
It'd be like
I know this.
10 years later and I'll taste the chicken tikka masala and be like, do you remember that time? You made the really good one.
And I'd be like, yes, I remember the time.
What's your favorite meal that I make, though, since I do most of the cooking? It used to be the Greek meatloaf.
I'm going to say it's the spaghetti squash.
Really?
I like it a lot.
With, like, actual spaghetti?
Like the spaghetti?
Squash?
Yeah.
I didn't know you liked it that much. I would have made it.
Well, we stopped making it because of the carbs.
Well, now we're getting back into the paleo, so. Yeah. Spaghetti squash spaghetti. I would say for me, I really like the butternut squash soup.
Yeah.
That's just the bomb. And my no bean chili is really good. I don't know. I make a lot of really good things. Not to toot my own horn there, but you eat it all. Number 8, what is your favorite holiday?
I will say I'm gonna say my favorite and my worst.
Okay.
And it's Christmas.
It's your favorite and your least favorite?
Yes.
Why?
So my favorite because I get things.
Your least favorite because you have to buy things?
No. Because of Hallmark.
Oh, the Hallmark Channel.
Oh
my God. My dad. So my dad lives with us. For those of you that are new to our channel, my dad lives with us. I've been taking care of him since I was 23. I'm about to hit 40.
So 2003 to give him a reference.
Yeah. So 16 years he's been my dependent, and he loves the Hallmark Channel. So every year we're watching some really bad Hallmark movies.
And I saw him watch a movie, and I said, wasn't that on yesterday? Yeah. But you watched it yesterday. Yeah, it's a good movie though. And then it would be the same movie would be on the next day.
Yeah.
And he also watched it again. I'm like, can we watch something else? Well, this is a good movie. Okay. I hate the Hallmark Channel.
I like a couple of the movies, but most of them I'm like, it's the same story. Some chick is a hard ass about something and has to find the spirit of Christmas and falls in love with a small town boy. That's essentially 80% of the Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
My favorite holiday, honestly, I kind of want to go with either Halloween, because I love the spooky stuff. Mm-hmm. I love the dress up and the gothy stuff. But I do like Christmas for what it used to be when I was a little girl. Mm-hmm. I don't like the commercialism. Like, we didn't buy any presents last year. No. We did some handmade. Like, I made homemade vanilla, and we grew and dried basil and oregano.
Homemade vanilla being extract. vanilla extract.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't like the glammy side of it. So, but yeah, I want to say Halloween. I like the spooky stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're so weird.
Continue.
Number 9, is your homestead where you intended to settle permanently, or are you looking to create a new one elsewhere?
Second.
Yeah, we do like living in Gettysburg. I think we want to stay in Gettysburg if possible, or Adams County. But we're only on 1.25 acres right now, and I would like at least 50 acres because we want to do lots of things, and I'm overambitious. So it's just really expensive here. So whether or not we're going to be able to afford that, I don't know.
Now I do want to keep the place and turn it into if you can be somewhat sustainable on this type of acreage or this amount, and then also show like an education system center.
Yeah, we'd like to turn the house into an office space for my business and still utilize land as an education center. So we plan to keep this place. But yeah, we would like something larger for our actual homestead. And then the last question is, what homesteaders do you follow and enjoy learning from?
You know all the ones that I...
You like Edible Acres.
Yep.
It's a phenomenal channel. They have, what, 4 acres? It wasn't a lot.
Well, they have 2 or 3 different properties.
Okay.
But their main house is like 1.5 acres. Then they have a 4-acre nursery.
Yeah.
Like down the road.
If you want to learn about growing trees and permaculture and building
with perennials,
Edible Acres is a phenomenal channel. I really like Big Home Homestead, Big Home Homestead. I really like, gosh, I'm trying to think who else I like. I do like Roots and Refuge. I learn a lot from her. I can tell you some of the newer channels that I found that I'm learning a lot from, like Samson Acres, Along the River Homestead, and stuff like that. I'm learning a lot from too, but we're still learning a lot about the homestead community. I would say Wholesome Roots is another really good one. And then there's a new one called Ozark Mountain Goats that I'm following that I really like. But that's about it for my list. We would like to challenge a couple other homesteaders to fill out these same questions. And I challenge Royal Amethyst Homestead. Mandy over there, I want her to answer the same question. Samson Farms over in Tennessee. Yellow Rose Homestead, as much as you guys can. Yellow Rose Homestead is unique because they don't own land yet. They are truck drivers. It's a husband and wife team. And one drives during the day, one drives at night, and they're driving across the country working in order to save money to buy land. And they plan to buy in East Texas. So I'm really excited for them.
Where in East Texas?
Well, they said close to Shreveport, so it's probably like southeast Texas.
Probably like Nacogdoches or something like that.
Yeah. But it's within decent driving distance from Texarkana.
Or Atlanta. We could be near Atlanta.
Yeah. Along the River Homestead, which is Chrissy up in New York. She's a Baltimore girl, so being a Maryland girl, I would love to see her answers. Little Creek Homestead over in Missouri. Naturally NC down in North Carolina. Deanna over there, would love to see her answer. And then Random Mini Farm and Forge, which is in Northern Kentucky, but it's a husband and wife team that she is a photographer. He is a full-time blacksmith, makes really cool knives and swords. And they have Nigerian dwarf goats, which we love. So I tag these 7 homesteads to answer these questions. And we'll see you guys soon. Thanks.